Tough to go.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowski to get things going. And off we go from Seattle. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Then he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Come out throwing here to start the drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Complete to Brandon Ayuk. The tackle made back at his own 49.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Samuel bringing in the slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And James has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
The 49er 1st down.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down, 49ers.
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw is Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this and
he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 91 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Francisco.
Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Seahawks 7, 49ers 0.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he is going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down, 49ers.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 22-yard line.
2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Yeah, he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Back to throw again. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Second and 11 now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, now it takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taylor now returning it. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense at their 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, 49ers nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
This one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First down. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off.
49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now a play fake here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 84 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And James has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Complete.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And some space here. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 29-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards on the ground. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 29 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jason Myers to get
after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Screen play, McKinnon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule. I'm down in distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he's able to put it through.